So cute. It usually takes me days to edit a single video. I need to come back to it with fresh eyes, otherwise I might miss things like subtitle errors or forget to add something, even if I've watched the same clip more than 20 times.
Bruh.
Yeah. The tea. The spout is awfully long. Let's go.
Đi của phòng cảnh cộng niệm.
Hiya.
Đi hối nghe hối niệm hi á.
Hiya.
Vẫn cầm tới xương lọc.
A few moments later.
Thì ngay quên sao?
Đấy à, một
Nè à. Good morning. I already got my tea started. I made it Earl Grey matcha latte and I shoveled the snow outside. I only shoveled the pathway so that the bins are accessible and there's not a place to really put the snow because it's all cement at the back. On today's to-do list, I have to do laundry, meal prep, and edit my video. Lately, I feel like I've been taking those slower moments for granted. Being able to wake up without an alarm blaring, finally getting enough sleep, starting my morning with a cup of coffee or a matcha latte, and taking my time with my skincare and makeup routine. Just not feeling rushed. Page 220, 316. It took me 2 hours to finish this book yesterday. This is my first book that I finished in 2026. The next book I want to read is different genre. I'm going to read Me Before You, a romance novel. And then I'm probably going to read the second book after this one. It almost feels like my phone has been listening to me, because lately I keep seeing videos of people expressing the exact same thoughts. Many of them talk about how our current system doesn't really leave room for family time or doing the things we love, especially when you're working a typical 9-to-5 job. There was one video that really stuck with me. The creator wrote out every hour of the day on separate lines, then cut them up to show how our time is actually spent. When you break it down, it's kind of eye-opening. 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours for work, around 2 hours just getting ready and commuting, another hour to make dinner, and an hour to shower and wind down. By the end of it, you're left with maybe 4 hours in the day to spend with loved ones or on your hobbies. And honestly, that time we have left can shrink even more to maybe 1 or 2 hours. For instance, if you have children. That includes making lunches, school drop-offs and pickups, bedtime routines, and that's not even counting for overtime, bringing work home, or trying to fit in something like going to the gym. So how did this become the norm? Working less usually means earning less, and money isn't optional. It's tied to everything. Daily expenses, food, housing, the basics. So for most people, working less just isn't realistic. But when work takes over, it starts to spill into other parts of life. Less sleep, relying on quick and often unhealthy meals because you're too tired to cook, and less quality time with the people you care about because you simply don't have their energy. This one was craving A&W, weren't you?
No. You said you wanted burgers.
You said you wanted burgers. I wanted to go to the gym.
Nuh-uh.
And we compromised. We're missing one though.
How'd you think? What'd you think about it?
Some people might say, just make your money work for you so you can get your time back. And yes, in theory that sounds great, but that's not the reality for everyone. Not everyone can just quit their job and chase a dream, especially when they have families to support. For many, a steady job is the most reliable way to put food on the table. And then there's the response we often hear, quit complaining. But the real question is, why have we accepted this as normal in the first place? It's even harder to accept when you think about the fact that most of us will spend at least 40 years of our lives working after graduation. So I'm gonna make my morning coffee. Nice caramel macchiato. I wanted to show you guys the pieces that we made. It was our first time hand building with clay. We got 2 hours to build and 2 hours to paint. We had to wait at least a week in between sessions. So when I went in, I wanted to make some sauce dishes. So I made these two. I spent like an hour doing this. And I used cookie cutters to do it. So cute. We were given 2 pounds of clay. Thought maybe I could make a trinket dish. This is my inspiration. I did not have enough time to perfect it the way I wanted to. Having said that, this is my trinket tray. I mean, it's not bad, but like Aziz said, it does look sort of like a footprint. Not what I was going for. And I still had a bit of clay left, so I rushed and made this. If you could tell from 2 vlogs ago, I was just starting to build while Aziz has already done his second cup. Aziz made 2 cups. So proud of him. And a matcha bowl. I helped him with the lip part, but he did such a good job. I completely forgot that we could have sanded the pieces before we painted. So pretty. I'm so jealous, way better than what I did. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to leave a comment if any part resonated with you. I'd love to keep the conversation going.